My beloved child, I invite you to listen to the whispers of my heart. You may wonder if I truly see you, if I truly hear the unspoken cries from the depths of your soul. Let me assure you, I am always here. My presence does not wane with the passing of time, nor does it fade when doubts arise. Instead, my light remains steadfast, reaching out to every corner of your life. Sometimes you might question whether you are worthy of my constant gaze, but I say to you, you are infinitely precious. I designed the very fabric of your being with care and purpose. Therefore, rest in the fact that I have neither forgotten nor overlooked you. Even when you stray, my compassion keeps searching, my voice keeps calling. I love you more than you can comprehend. This love is not a distant promise, but a reality every day of your journey. So fear not and embrace the comfort that flows from my eternal nature. I offer you refuge, and I invite you to draw near to me, for here your weary heart will find assurance. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. I know the silent prayers you utter when the night is still, and I recognize the hope that flickers in your heart. Do you think I am unaware of your deepest longings and most secret fears? I am fully aware. From the first ray of sunlight to the final dusk of day, my eyes remain fixed on you. In the book of Genesis, I spoke creation into existence, forming light out of darkness. In the same way, I bring newness to your life, shaping splendor out of confusion. My power is not diminished by your circumstances, nor is my commitment to you shaken by your uncertainties. Believe that I am bigger than your greatest obstacle. Trust that I am a shield around you, protecting you from storms you may not even perceive. Take courage, for as I once guided Noah through the flood, so I will guide you through the unpredictable waters of your life. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Sometimes you might wonder why your prayers seem to go unanswered. My dear one, my timing is beyond your comprehension. In Exodus, I showcased my power by parting the seas, freeing my people, and leading them toward a promised land. Even so, I did not always act at the precise moment they expected, yet every act was perfect in my grand design. Look at your own path. Are you waiting for a breakthrough, a moment of clarity, or a release from pain? Do not fear the wait, for waiting can bring transformation. In these moments, your faith grows, your heart refines, and your trust in me deepens. Let my promises fill your mind and let patience bloom in your soul. I want you to know that my hand is never late. It is always right on time. No matter how long the night seems, dawn will come with new mercies. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Each day you face decisions and crossroads that may seem daunting. Perhaps you wake up wondering which path to take or whether your choices will lead you astray. My wisdom, however, is yours for the asking. When you seek me earnestly, I promise to provide guidance. The Psalms recount how I am a light unto your path, shining brightly so you do not stumble. Think of how a lamp eliminates darkness, creating a visible way forward. That is what I do for you every time you call upon me. Remember that my voice is gentle but clear, much like a friend who whispers in your ear. So do not hesitate to ask me for clarity. Even when your mind races with doubts, my care is unwavering. I will lead you where you need to go. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I understand your deepest insecurities, the ones you hide behind smiles and busy routines. You might question, am I truly enough? Let me tell you, you are more than enough. I fashioned you with intention, weaving into your soul unique gifts and talents that reflect my image. When you wonder if you have a purpose, remember, I have a task that only you can fulfill. Do you recall how I set David apart, choosing him as a king despite his humble origins? In the same way, I call you to stand in the position I have prepared for you. My plans are not random. They are crafted with precise care for your growth and my glory. Rest in the knowledge that you are part of something far greater than your eyes can see. I bless you. Move forward in peace. When you feel overwhelmed by the noise of the world, pause for a moment and breathe in my peace. Let the winds of anxiety settle as you focus on my constant presence. In the Gospel of John, I said, I am the vine, you are the branches. This means you are designed to draw sustenance from me. The moment you try to survive on your own, you start to wither. But when you remain connected, your spirit thrives. Consider how branches flourish when they stay firmly attached, receiving nourishment day by day. This is the relationship I long to share with you, one of complete reliance, unwavering trust. Even if the entire world seems to turn against you, I remain your safe haven. Let your heart find solace in me. Today, step forward in faith, knowing that my spirit will guide your every step. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. My child, I see how often you hold on to past regrets, replaying moments you wish you could change. But I want you to release those burdens. When I said, as far as the east is from the west, so far do I remove your transgressions, it was more than a promise. It was a binding covenant of mercy and forgiveness. Look at the cross, for there my Son took upon himself the weight of every mistake, every misstep. Do not allow shame to be your constant companion. Instead, let my forgiveness wash over you, renewing your spirit and giving you the courage to move forward without fear of condemnation. Life is a journey. You do not travel backwards, but ahead. I desire for you to walk in freedom, unshackled by the past. Believe it deeply, I have forgotten your failures. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow without strain, blossoming in their season. Do they worry about tomorrow? Of course not, for they trust in my provision. I want you to embrace this same simplicity of heart. Yes, you plan, you strategize, and you dream. But in all these things, never lose sight of me. Some days, your mind races with concern. How will I make ends meet? What if everything falls apart? My dear one, do you not remember that I clothe the lilies with more splendor than Solomon's robes? You are worth far more than these flowers. Therefore, rest in my promise that I will provide for you. You may not always see the path clearly, but take heart. I am the lamp unto your feet, shining hope upon your future. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. You might wonder if my love has conditions, if there is a certain standard you must achieve to remain in my favor. But my love is everlasting. It does not shift with the seasons of your life. In the Psalms, my servant wrote that my mercies are new every morning. This means that no matter the mistakes of yesterday, my compassion greets you like the dawn. You could climb the highest mountains or descend into the lowest valleys, yet you would still find me there, waiting, arms wide open. Embrace the wonder of such affection. It is not earned by merit, nor is it revoked by failure. My grace stands firm like an immovable rock, ready to hold you up whenever you stumble. Keep walking forward, confident in the steadfastness of my heart. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I also see the ambitions that burn within your chest, the dreams you hold dear, the goals you strive for. Sometimes you question if your efforts matter, if your hopes are too grand or too small. My answer to you, every dream, every vision I place in your heart has worth. I pour out gifts into my children so they can multiply them for good. Remember how I called Moses, a man slow of speech, to confront a Pharaoh? How I anointed prophets who felt inadequate to speak my word to nations. With me, nothing is impossible. Whether your dream is to bring joy to your family or to speak life into an entire generation. I am the one who equips you. Have faith that if I have stirred something within you, I will sustain it. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. When you stand before the mirror, perhaps you notice only flaws. You may focus on what you lack, on the scars of your past, or on the weaknesses you think disqualify you from greatness. Let me remind you that I am the potter, and you are the clay. Each curve, each line, is shaped by my intentional hand. The flaws you lament are often the places I will use to demonstrate my power. Did I not choose fishermen to become apostles, turning ordinary men into beacons of transformation? In your vulnerability, my strength appears in all its fullness. Therefore, do not condemn yourself, but rejoice that you are my handiwork, born with divine purpose. I see beauty where you see imperfection, potential where you see limitations. I bless you. Move forward in peace. There are moments when the battles you fight seem relentless. The challenges of day-to-day existence can wear you down, leaving you exhausted. I want you to know that I am your fortress. Picture a great and ancient castle, impossible to breach, and let that image settle in your spirit. That is how I protect you. I stand as an impenetrable wall against the arrows of discouragement and despair. Even when the storm rages, my walls do not crack. Call upon me in times of trouble, and I will be your refuge. Like the psalmist declared, I am your shepherd, guiding you to still waters. So when you feel your strength fading, lean into my might. I will never fail you, never abandon you to face your trials alone. Stay strong in faith, for my love never leaves you. At times, you may sense a loneliness so deep that it echoes within your soul. Perhaps friends have deserted you, or life has separated you from those you treasure. Let my voice guide you in those moments, reminding you of my ever-present company. I am not a distant observer. I am closer than the air you breathe. When Hagar found herself in the wilderness, I revealed myself as the God who sees. Even in her desolation, I provided water and hope. Can you perceive the ways I am providing for you right now? The phone call from a caring friend, the random act of kindness from a stranger, these are echoes of my love. Never assume that silence means absence. In my still, small voice, I speak courage into your life. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. In your heart, there may be wounds hidden away from the world, old bruises that still ache. My dear one, I am the great physician. I do not merely place a bandage over your injuries, I heal from the inside out. Like a careful gardener, I prune away what is dead so that new life may flourish. The book of Psalms is filled with cries for healing, cries that I always answered in my perfect time. Do not lose hope if your progress feels slow. Sometimes healing is a process, unfolding gently like a new blossom at dawn. I wrap you in my mercy, applying the balm of my word to the cracks in your spirit. Let go of your reluctance to trust. Let my light pour into every corner of your pain. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. Many times you search for validation from those around you. You yearn for a nod of approval, a reassuring word that says, you are worthy. But I ask you, why look to people to confirm what I have already declared? From before the foundations of the earth, I called you by name. I set my affection upon you, not because of your achievements, but because you are mine. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not failure, not rejection, not even your own doubts. The Gospel of John recounts how I pursued those who were considered least, how I offered acceptance to the outcast. Do you believe that my acceptance is for you as well? It is. Let my words be the banner over your life. You are my chosen, my treasured one. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Have you ever paused to hear the cadence of your own heartbeat? That steady rhythm is a reminder that I have ordained every breath you take. Life may feel chaotic, as though you are racing from one obligation to another. Yet if you tune your ears to my voice, you will find a stillness beneath the chaos. I operate beyond the noise, speaking peace into your spirit. Like gentle streams that refresh the landscape, my presence flows through every part of your day. In Revelation, I declared that I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. This means you do not have to fear change or endings, for I hold the entire spectrum of time within my hands. Each moment you experience is a chance to know me more. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. There are seasons where darkness seems to cover the horizon of your life, moments when everything feels bleak and unmoving. At times like these, reflect on the story of Joseph, who was cast into a pit, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison. Did I not use those very trials to position him for greatness? Understand this: your struggles are not in vain. I am weaving a tapestry you cannot fully see yet. Even when it looks like you have been forgotten, I am behind the scenes, arranging details for your good. My promise stands. I turn ashes into beauty, mourning into joy. Hold on to that hope, for the dawn arrives when it is least expected, bringing clarity and renewal. I bless you. Move forward in peace. At times you might feel offended or hurt by the actions of others. Anger may rise in your heart, and resentment can linger like a stubborn stain. But child, I ask you to release these heavy burdens. Is it not written, "Vengeance is mine, I will repay"? You do not have to fight every battle on your own. Instead, lay down your pride and let me handle the justice. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was right. It is simply handing the gavel over to me and trusting my righteous judgment. In turn, you will find freedom, for bitterness is a prison that binds only you. Let my grace guide you toward reconciliation and peace. I am able to do more than you can imagine, even in the hearts of those who have wronged you. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. Remember the joy you once had, perhaps in a childhood moment or during a season of carefree days. Have you let that joy slip through your fingers, replaced by anxiety and weariness? I desire to restore that childlike wonder in you. Think of how a child gazes upon the stars, fully trusting in my vast creation. You too can reclaim that sense of awe, knowing that the universe is held in my mighty hands. The same God who shaped the cosmos cares about your every concern. Do not let the tides of life dull your spirit or rob you of laughter. My joy gives strength, shining brightest when circumstances are darkest. Let go of the tension you cling to and embrace my promise that your soul can dance even in the midst of storms. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. When you fail, as all do, you might feel like sinking into despair. Perhaps you have broken a commitment, disappointed someone you love, or strayed from the path you intended to follow. My dear one, let me remind you of Peter, who denied me 3 times. Did I not restore him and build my church upon his testimony? Your failures do not disqualify you from my purposes. In fact, through them, you gain humility and reliance on my grace. I have an amazing ability to redeem your darkest chapters, rewriting them into stories of reconciliation and growth. If you are carrying guilt today, place it at my feet. Let me lift the weight from your shoulders. My arms are wide open, ready to embrace you again. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. My child, do not underestimate the power of a quiet heart before me. In this world of constant motion, stillness can feel like an impossible goal. Yet, in the hush of prayer, your soul breathes anew. Take each worry and place it gently into my hands. Allow my peace to permeate your being, chasing away fears that cling to your thoughts. I see how you struggle to find balance, juggling responsibilities and concerns. Remember the example of Mary, who chose to sit at my feet and listen. She discovered that in my presence, all else finds its proper place. Yes, there is much to do, but without anchoring your spirit in me, activity becomes weariness. Surrender your burdens and let my rest fill you to overflowing. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Do you recall the story of the prodigal son? He wandered far from his father's house, squandering his gifts and dignity. Yet, when he finally returned, his father ran to meet him, embracing him with immeasurable joy. That is my stance toward you every single day. Even when you drift, I eagerly wait for your return. The moment you take a step toward me, I race to greet you. I clothe you with a robe of grace, celebrating the bond we share. Let no shame or condemnation stop you from reaching out to me. My mercy is new every morning, my faithfulness unending. I do not hold your past against you. I celebrate the future we can build together. Take comfort in my unconditional welcome, for I desire to see you live in fullness. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. In the Garden of Gethsemane, my son knew the weight of anguish, praying with such intensity that his sweat fell like drops of blood. Pain and struggle are not foreign to me. I have tasted them through the life and sacrifice of my son, and so I understand what breaks your heart. When you cry out in your darkest nights, I remember the cross, where love conquered the greatest darkness. Your tears do not go unnoticed, nor is your suffering a small matter. My spirit stands ready to comfort and to infuse your soul with hope that transcends the agony of the moment. Let the cross be your symbol of my undying commitment to you, for even in death my love proved victorious. Allow that victory to flood your spirit with strength. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Sometimes you may feel you have drifted so far that the chasm is too wide to cross back. But my dear one, my arms are long enough to reach you wherever you are. There is no distance my love cannot cover, no darkness my light cannot penetrate. Think of Jonah, who tried to escape my call by fleeing across the sea. Even in the belly of a great fish, I heard his cry and guided him to safety. So too, I will hear your cries and respond to your plea. Do not let guilt or fear convince you that you are beyond my help. Call out my name, and I will be there, ready to rescue and restore. My grace extends into every crevice of your life, ready to bring life where you see only deserts. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Look around at the creation that surrounds you. The majesty of mountains, the splendor of sunsets, the intricate beauty of a single flower. All these wonders declare my glory, and yet none of them bear my image as you do. I molded mankind to reflect my nature, placing within you the capacity for love, creativity, and kindness. You are not a random speck in an enormous universe. You are the crown of my artistry. Therefore, walk with a sense of dignity, knowing that I have chosen to dwell within you. In the Gospel of John, it is written that I desire to make my home with those who love me. Imagine that for a moment. The God who formed galaxies seeks to reside in your heart. That is how much you mean to me. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Fear not the opinions of those who mock your faith or belittle your hope. My dear one, your identity is found in me, not in the shifting tides of human approval. Just as Daniel stood firm in prayer, despite the decree that threatened his life, you too can stand confident in who I am. Faith is a precious treasure that anchors you when life's storms rage. Do not relinquish it to please others. The world may misunderstand your devotion, but I see your heart. Continue in steadfast prayer, continue in acts of compassion, and know that I will defend your cause. Let your light shine unabashedly, for it is in the midst of darkness that light is most radiant. I bless you. Move forward in peace. Have you considered how I celebrate every step of growth in your life, no matter how small it may seem? When a child takes a first step, the parents rejoice wholeheartedly, regardless of how wobbly that step appears. In the same way, I applaud your progress. Even if you think it is minor, to me, it is significant. Whether it is breaking a bad habit or choosing kindness in a difficult moment, I notice and I smile. Be encouraged that every seed of obedience you plant will bear fruit in due season. The words of Revelation declare a future where all is made new, where your faithful choices here will find their ultimate fulfillment. So keep pressing forward, keep striving for righteousness, and trust that I am multiplying your efforts in ways you cannot even see. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. There are times when you crave a burning bush experience, a dramatic sign that confirms my will for your life. Yet, my voice often comes as a soft whisper, guiding you through gentle nudges rather than thunderous commands. In Exodus, I appeared to Moses in a flame, but I also meet my children in the stillness of the ordinary. A kind word from a neighbor, a scripture that resonates in your heart, a sudden sense of peace in the midst of chaos. These can be my signals. Do not overlook the subtle ways I communicate, for I am not limited to the spectacular. If you seek me with an expectant heart, you will find that I have been speaking all along. Remain open to my leading, and you will never lack direction. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. My dear one, I see how pain sometimes makes your heart harden, as though building a wall to protect itself from further hurt. Yet that same wall can keep you from receiving my healing love. Allow yourself to be vulnerable before me. Bring to me your anger, your frustration, and your disappointment. I do not shrink away from your honest cries. In fact, I welcome them. Didn't my servant David pour out his anguish in the Psalms, only to find refuge in my steadfast care? Through transparency with me, your spirit can unburden itself of the baggage that weighs you down. I am the rock upon which you can stand secure, and my shoulders are broad enough for your tears. Release your need to keep it all together and fall into the arms that will never fail. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. When chaos swirls around you and the ground seems to shift beneath your feet, cling to the truth of my word. The Bible is not a dusty old book. It is living and active, a sword that cuts through confusion and deceit. Each promise I have given is like a solid stepping stone, allowing you to cross the rapids of uncertainty. As you read, my spirit illuminates the text, revealing wisdom applicable to your daily struggles. Like manna in the wilderness, my word nourishes your soul, providing sustenance for the journey. Do not let busyness or weariness push aside this life-giving practice. Immerse yourself in Scripture, and you will find your mind renewed, your heart emboldened, and your perspective elevated. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. In your pursuit of knowledge and worldly success, never forget the source of your abilities. I am the God who grants insight and intellect, who bestows talents and aptitudes for the good of my kingdom. Too often, people chase after accolades, forgetting to honor the giver of every good gift. Let humility be your companion, acknowledging that apart from me, you can do nothing. Yet with me, all things are possible. By remembering the origin of your capabilities, you keep pride at bay and maintain a heart that is teachable. Did not Solomon ask for wisdom above all else, and was he not granted both wisdom and abundant blessings? Seek me first, and watch how I multiply the fruit of your endeavors. I bless you. Move forward in peace. When life brings you to a standstill, perhaps through unexpected loss or an unplanned detour, you may feel stuck or helpless. But do not underestimate my redemptive power. I can use even the most painful seasons to grow new life within you. Think of how a seed must be buried in darkness before it can sprout into the light. In the same way, your struggles are not the end of your story. They can become the fertile ground for a season of abundant harvest. Hold on to hope, for in my kingdom, nothing is wasted. Every tear, every disappointment can be transformed into a stepping stone that leads you closer to your true purpose. Let me nurture you in these hidden places until you emerge stronger, ready to bloom in ways you never thought possible. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. Friendships may come and go, and even family ties can be tested by time and distance. Yet my relationship with you is anchored in eternity. In John, my son spoke of abiding in me just as he abides in the Father, an unbreakable bond of unity. Imagine the comfort in knowing you have a friend who never abandons, a guide who never misleads, and a protector who never fails. That is who I am for you. In your highest triumph, I cheer for you, and in your lowest valley, I walk beside you. When your heart is burdened, lay it at my feet. When you feel joy, share it with me, for I delight in your happiness. No matter where you go, my presence goes with you. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Do not be dismayed by the times in which you live. Though rumors of war or injustice may abound, I remain sovereign. My plans are not derailed by the chaos of nations. Did I not sit enthroned over the flood in the days of Noah? My hand is still on the wheel of history, directing it toward the fulfillment of my purposes. When you see the darkness of the world, let it not drive you to despair but to prayer. For I hear the cries of the righteous, and I am quick to act on their behalf. Keep your eyes fixed on me, trusting that my kingdom is unshakable. As you do, your anxieties will dissipate, replaced by a confident hope that stands firm no matter the turbulence. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I also want you to know the power of gratitude. When you choose to be thankful, even in the face of trials, you open the door to miracles. Consider how Paul and Silas sang hymns while in prison, and the prison doors flew open. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already given. It aligns your heart with mine, allowing you to see my hand in every detail. When you awaken each morning, take a moment to whisper thanks for breath, for a new day, for my abiding love. As you do, joy will bubble up like a spring of living water within you, refreshing not only your spirit, but also those around you. In every circumstance, remember that I am the source of your blessings, and a grateful heart is a channel through which my grace flows. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. In the still of the night, when doubts multiply, some may wonder if I truly care about their individual concerns. Let me remind you that I know the very number of hairs on your head. If I take note of every sparrow that falls, how much more do I care for you, my treasured child? You are not a faceless being among billions. You are uniquely known and loved. Like a shepherd tending his flock, I know each sheep by name. I will leave the 99 to find the one who has strayed. Let this reminder ease your anxieties and soothe your restless mind. I am the God who sees you, not in vague generality, but with intimate affection. Therefore, rest, for my watchful eye is upon you at every turn. I bless you. Move forward in peace. It warms my heart to see your desire to grow closer to me. Every prayer you whisper, every moment of sincere repentance, draws you deeper into the ocean of my grace. There is no limit to my Spirit's capacity to fill and empower you. Recall the day of Pentecost, when my disciples were ignited with passion and courage to spread good news to the ends of the earth. That same Spirit dwells within you, ready to empower, guide, and comfort. Let your life be a living testimony of my presence, so that others might see the light within you and be drawn to me. Your readiness to surrender your ambitions for my sake will bear fruit in ways you cannot yet fathom. Keep your heart open, for I delight in taking what is surrendered and multiplying it beyond measure. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. Forgive yourself for the times you did not measure up to your own expectations. So often, the hardest person to forgive is you. Remember, if I have chosen to forgive and cast your sins into the depths of the sea, why do you hold them against yourself? Let my forgiveness wash over your mind, cleansing you of self-condemnation. Every day is a new chapter, a fresh start infused with my mercies. I will not define you by your worst moments. Instead, I call you by your name with unwavering affection. Release the burden of perfectionism, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Let my grace fill every gap and shortcoming, transforming them into opportunities to see my hand at work. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. At times you may do everything right, pray fervently, serve faithfully, wait patiently, and still face challenges that seem unyielding. Do not confuse my silence with inaction. As I worked behind the scenes to liberate my people from bondage in Egypt, so I am working in your life. My ways are higher than yours. My timing is always purposeful. When you see no visible results, that is when faith is tested and refined. Keep your lamp burning. Keep your trust anchored in my character rather than your circumstances. I am weaving a tapestry that will one day make perfect sense. Remember how the Israelites had to wait for the walls of Jericho to fall, circling them in obedience before the final shout brought victory. So too, your faith is building to a triumphant moment. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Even amid your busy schedule, I long for moments of simple communion with you. When you pause to whisper my name, my heart is stirred. In a world that clamors for your attention, let me be your quiet place of refuge. As you seek my presence, do not be surprised when I reveal my heart to you, giving you words of knowledge or stirring compassion within you for others. I might lead you to speak an encouraging word, to perform a small act of kindness, or to pray for someone else's needs. These promptings are my gentle invitations to partner with me in touching lives. Embrace them, for in obeying, you experience the joy of walking hand in hand with the Creator of all. I bless you. Move forward in peace. I see your yearning to understand the mysteries of your existence, to find meaning beyond daily routines. My spirit within you testifies that you were made for more than mere survival. You are called to fellowship with me, to engage in a divine romance of the soul. In the scriptures you read of Enoch, who walked with me so intimately that he was taken up without tasting death. While that may seem extraordinary, the heart of that relationship is available to you today. Let your days be marked by simple acts of faithfulness, by moments of quiet confidence in my word. As you do, you will sense my nearness. The complexity of life will fade into the background, replaced by the beauty of my friendship. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. Disappointment may creep in when people fail to live up to your expectations. Even those you admire can falter, leaving you feeling let down or betrayed. But do not let this shake your trust in my unchanging character. Human flaws do not define my perfection. I am the rock that stands immovable, the foundation you can build upon without fear of collapse. When the storms of broken trust rage, cling to me, and I will steady your heart. My plans are not thwarted by human error, nor is my love diminished by another's shortcomings. Forgive them as I have forgiven you, and you will discover a liberation that far outweighs the pain. Let the cracks in your relationships become places where my grace seeps in, forging a stronger bond in me. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. There may be periods where your spirit feels dry, as though every prayer echoes back with no reply. In such wilderness seasons, I am teaching you to rely on faith rather than mere emotion. Feelings can ebb and flow like ocean tides, but my presence is constant. Recall how my people wandered the desert, learning dependence on my daily provision of manna and water from a rock. Though they might have preferred immediate entrance into the promised land, the journey shaped their character. In the same way, I use wilderness moments in your life to refine your soul, drawing out impurities of doubt and fear. Trust me in the dry times, and you will emerge with a faith that withstands any storm. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. I am your shepherd, guiding you with a gentle hand, even through the valleys of life where shadows lurk. If you listen closely, you will hear my staff tapping on the ground, assuring you of my nearness. I know every dip and turn of your path, and I will never lead you astray. When danger approaches, I stand between you and harm. When your strength wanes, I carry you upon my shoulders. Reflect on Psalm 23, where David sang of my provision and peace. Those promises remain true for you today. Let my guidance silence the clamor of the world, and let your trust in me grow with every step. Sometimes, all I ask is for you to take one more step of faith, believing that I will supply all you need. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Let the story of the Israelites encourage you. They faced walls too high to climb, giants too strong to defeat, and yet I led them to victory time and again. This was not by their own might, but by my spirit moving in them. What are the giants in your life? Fear, addiction, insecurity, or sorrow? Bring them to me, for the battle is not yours alone. When you place your battles in my hands, you stand under the banner of victory that I have already declared. In my eyes, no giant is invincible, no wall is too tall to topple. As you sing praises and pray earnestly, watch how I dismantle the obstacles before you. The greatest fortress cannot stand against my word spoken in faith. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. The love I offer you is not a fleeting sentiment. It is an everlasting covenant. Before you were knit in the womb, I wrote your name upon my heart. I see your frailties and missteps, yet my devotion remains unwavering. My son's sacrifice on the cross was a down payment on a relationship that death itself could not break. You may grow weary, but I do not. You may falter, but I uphold you with my righteous right hand. When you reach the end of your rope, you will discover that I am there, a firm anchor in the storm. Let my everlasting love be your daily assurance, dissolving every lie that says you are unlovable. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Consider the blessings you have already received, the gift of breath each morning, the warmth of a sunrise, the comfort of a roof over your head. These are emblems of my care, small reflections of my abundant grace. When you begin to count your blessings, you shift your perspective from what is lacking to what is given, opening your eyes to my hand at work. The practice of gratitude fortifies your soul, acting like a shield against discontent. Even in seasons of scarcity, you can find reasons to bless my name. Take a lesson from nature. The bird sings at dawn, not because it sees the harvest, but because it trusts the provision of a new day. So, lift up a song of thankfulness and watch how hope springs forth from your heart. I bless you. Move forward in peace. If you find yourself at a crossroads, uncertain which path to pursue, remember my words in the book of James. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all. I do not begrudge you counsel. I delight in guiding my children. Instead of being paralyzed by indecision, Bring your options before me in prayer. Listen for the gentle nudges of my spirit, often confirmed by scripture, inner peace, or wise counsel from those who love me. My will is not a mystery locked behind complex codes. It is a blueprint of grace, waiting for you to trust my gentle leading. Therefore, approach each decision with humility, knowing that the one who holds the future is ready to guide your steps. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Be mindful of how you spend your thoughts and words. A mind consumed by negative self-talk or constant complaining becomes barren ground. Yet, when you choose to speak life, declaring my promises, offering kindness to others, and holding on to words of hope, you cultivate a garden where faith can flourish. Like seeds planted in fertile soil, your positive confessions will sprout into a harvest of changed realities. Scripture calls the tongue a rudder that steers the course of your life. Steer it toward praise, toward blessings, and you will find your entire being following suit. Let my words be the template for yours, so that even your inner dialogue reflects the truth of who you are in me. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. In times of celebration, do not forget to offer the first fruits of your joy back to me. I delight in seeing you prosper, in watching you excel at your craft, or rejoice in a personal milestone. Yet, the greatest form of thanks is to honor me in the midst of your success. Dedicate your achievements to my kingdom, using the platform I have given you to extend love, compassion, and encouragement to others. Think of how the ancient Israelites presented their first fruits at the temple, acknowledging that all good gifts come from my hand. By giving back, you break the cycle of self-centeredness and live in the flow of my generosities. As you share your blessings, I pour out even more, ensuring that you lack nothing. Do not worry, for I am opening a new door for you. Take heart when you face criticism for your faith or for the stances you take in alignment with my word. The prophets were often ridiculed, the apostles imprisoned, and even my son was crucified. This world may not always applaud truth, but heaven's applause is worth far more than earthly accolades. Your commitment to integrity and righteousness plants seeds that will bear eternal fruit. If the voices of naysayers grow loud, run to my embrace, where you will find validation that surpasses all human approval. Like a master potter, I am shaping you through adversity, fortifying your character to reflect my glory. So do not shrink back. Stand firm, knowing that the God of angel armies stands with you. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. In the quiet stillness, if you listen carefully, you may hear my song over you, a melody of love and acceptance. Zephaniah speaks of me rejoicing over you with singing. Ponder that truth. The creator of the cosmos sings over you. This is not a timid lullaby. It is a triumphant anthem proclaiming my delight in your existence. When the noise of condemnation and doubt becomes deafening, tune your heart to my song. Let it remind you of your worth, silence your fears, and fill you with unwavering confidence. This world's chorus may try to drown out my music, but if you seek it, you will hear its steady tune. My beloved, dance in the freedom my melody grants you. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. And now, my dear one, reflect on what it means to draw near to me, to place your burdens at my feet, and to allow your weary soul to exhale its frustrations. I am the same God who parted seas, who spoke through burning bushes, who raised the dead. Yet I am also the gentle whisper that brings calm in the middle of your storms. If you thirst for refreshment, come closer. If you long for rest, let me be your sanctuary. Remember how I said, "Come to me all who are weary, and I will give you rest." My arms remain open, ready to cradle your anxieties and replace them with my peace. You need not strive any longer, simply surrender to my invitation. I bless you. Move forward in peace, In your quiet prayers, you've asked for a refuge, a place where the stress and strains of daily life can melt away. Consider my presence that place. Like a child running into a parent's embrace, come to me with authenticity. Do not mask your tears or hide your frailty. I meet you where you truly are. As you make room for me, whether in a corner of your home, in the midst of a busy street, or in the silent hours of dawn, you will find me waiting, eager to renew your spirit. My peace is not the absence of trouble, but the assurance that I am with you in the midst of it. Let my nearness fill your heart with comfort and the anticipation of better days ahead. You are never alone. I am forever by your side. Take these words as a gentle reminder that true rest is found in our communion, where your deepest needs are met by my unfailing love. I am that still waters your soul craves, the welcoming harbor after tumultuous seas. No matter how far you have strayed, no matter the weight of your burdens, my invitation remains unchanged. Draw near and find your soul's refuge. Let my word dwell richly in you so that your mind and heart are continually renewed. Keep your eyes on the promises etched in Scripture, for each one holds a key to experiencing my rest in daily life. My dear one, let your spirit rejoice in the freedom that comes from resting in my presence. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath. As you move forward from these words, carry within your heart the certainty that you can always approach me. My love does not waver, nor does my commitment diminish with time. You were made to dwell in my presence, to partake in a rest that transcends the chaos of earthly concerns. Each day is a new opportunity to draw near, to allow my peace and my spirit to guide your every step. I bless you now, and I always will. Walk boldly into tomorrow, knowing that my arms remain open, ready to cradle your hopes, fears, and dreams. Take comfort, my child, for I have prepared a place for you on the next part of your journey. Indeed, the best is yet to come. Therefore, my precious child, let your heart be light. In every season, whether in plenty or in want, my grace will sustain you. When you feel uncertain, remember that the very hands that shape the stars now hold you tenderly. Cease your striving, for I created you to thrive, not merely to endure. Trust in the vastness of my goodness, and watch as doors you never imagined begin to open. Even the deserts of your life will blossom with purpose when drenched in my love. So step forward with courage, carry my peace within you, and let hope guide your vision. I am with you at every turn, and nothing can separate you from my affection. Rest deeply in my promised comfort. Know this beyond any doubt: you are cherished beyond measure, and I hold the fullness of your tomorrow in my hands. Stay strong, for I watch over you in every breath.